Hello and welcome to episode 18 of the Stimulus Podcast. Welcome back. My name is Deron Shields, aka I always do the AKAs. I get that from Wine and Weed because they do it every time. But anyway, aka Melody, aka the Commissioner, aka Blue Skittles, and I'm co-host of said podcast. Co-host, you go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's good, world? My name is V to the Y to the S to the O N, aka Karen's worst nightmare.
I wish a Karen would.
Yeah, but welcome to the Stimulus Podcast, man. We happy to have y'all, man. For reoccurring listeners and
Yeah,
viewers. Love
yeah.
y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. Episode 18. As usual, there's a lot to talk about. This whole year has been like just like endless
Man,
topics and just like stuff happening.
this year is equivalent to like a shootout. Like
Yeah,
niggas just broad day.
it's been going all day long, just letting
All
off
day.
rounds.
Yeah, like it's just a fucking war.
But so as usual though, we'll check in on like the coronavirus, the developments or whatever. Let me see. Let me pull up my tab and let's just see what the numbers are. I think. Let me see. Let me add this to the stream. But yeah, we're gonna check on the numbers and see like where we at. I can't remember the exact number of the last time we checked the coronavirus numbers, but I'm about to go into the statistics right now and see worldwide and also here in Flint, Michigan, where we at with the numbers and stuff. So if we go worldwide, dang, it's still going up. Okay, so I'm gonna bring us off the screen real quick so it can get a little bit bigger.
Okay.
So yeah, in the United States we have 26.9 million, confirmed cases, 17.9. Let me pause this. 17.9 million recoveries, and 880,000 deaths worldwide attributed to coronavirus. And then in the United States, it says we have 6.35 million cases confirmed, 3.41 million cases recovered, and then 191,000 deaths now. So we like, I just really be like kind of like tracking it and seeing how close it's gonna get to like 200,000, and it's like we getting right up in there
Yeah,
now.
man. All up in that thing.
So, and I even saw like a headline that said like a certain like colleges were like telling students to stay in their dorm because they had like a spike in numbers and stuff over the holidays and stuff. And then Monday's a holiday, so today's date is the 6th. This will be out
Mm.
probably by the 7th.
I just don't
Well,
be.
tomorrow.
I don't understand like of just like the rush to get. I mean, I do understand like okay with the economy, we need to like kind of generate some money, but I don't really understand the rush of like just reopening shit and pushing
Yeah.
people back out into the world when we don't have a cure for this shit. It's like this shit still gonna get spread. Like it's niggas still gonna spread it. Niggas still not gonna wear masks. Like it's Karens
Mm-hmm.
every day. Like feeling like they being discriminated against because they gotta wear a mask.
We had a we it's like retail basically. So we had a customer come in, and we got a sign right in front of our, like as you walk in our store. Like we had to make it where you,
I've seen that bitch too. Yeah,
yeah. So like it's mask is required to enter. Basically, I think is what it said. And occasionally, it's like maybe like once every couple weeks, you'll get somebody to come in with no mask, and we'll be like, "How you doing? Do you have a mask by any chance? We do. We require that you have a mask to be in the store." And they'd be like, "Oh, I have a medical condition underlying or whatever, so I don't have to wear a mask."
yeah, you do.
And then the thing is like the public like perception or like the misconception I think is that as the store we can't be like, well, what is it, like what is the condition, like
Right.
that is against HIPAA, but like that's not like, it's not a hospital, we're not a hospital, we're not like going into your files, we're just like, hey, personally or like privately we have this policy that you need to wear a mask, so like if you want to be in our house, take your shoes off basically, like
And
if
basically, yeah.
so yeah, and then like even the lady that said it, she was like, I have an underlying medical condition, and then the guy that was I wasn't talking to her, but they was like, oh, I guess can't say anything about that. Kind of like he wanted to, but like felt like he couldn't, and she's like, yeah, it's against the law to to
No,
ask. I'm like,
no, it's not.
and people get so like so gung ho about like, yeah, it's against the law, like it's like it really actually is not, like
It's really
you
not.
so
That's why.
sure, you so
Yeah,
confident.
Man, that's why I said like y'all better than me because I would tell a motherfucker like because I've looked it up and I researched it and it's not against the law. Like if you go into a private uh, owned business, privately owned business, on you know what I'm saying private property, they can refuse you service or even entry like for not wearing a mask. Like I don't
Yeah.
care about your underlying health condition. If
Yeah.
anything, you would want to wear a mask if you had an underlying health condition. That's why I
Right.
feel like people just be bullshit when they saying that. Because it was a lady at Wally World who said that, but she had like 3 kids with her. And I'm like, so all of them got underlying health conditions too. They can't wear masks.
They just
Like, get out of here.
grandfathered
Yeah,
in
like get out of here, man.
with the
Like,
condition.
see,
Uh,
I would make people not. I would like make people mad at me because I'd be like, hey, no way you coming in here. I'm sorry. I don't care. I can
yeah.
refuse the service if I wanted to.
Yeah, and like yeah, so it's people are still doing that, but you know cases are going up, deaths are going up. Now, like we've said it like over many times that we talked about coronavirus, that like the way that they count coronavirus death is kind of like sometimes kind of like a blurred line, but still it's like a lot of people died, a lot of people or a lot of people dead, regardless. You know, even if it was like half of what they actually say it is, that's still like about 100,000 now. So, but you know, they're saying 191,000, so we getting close to 200,
Right.
and it don't seem
And
like, like we might pass 200. Like at the
oh
rate that we
yeah,
going, we going right past it.
I believe it's gonna hit 2-1. Like soon after it hit 200, like it's gonna hit.
You
You know
got
what
a
I'm saying
holiday,
210. Yeah, like that shit gonna it's gonna spike.
and then we
No.
going right into the main, like the biggest holidays of the year. Like,
Where niggas just be out for no
dang
reason. I'm
man,
doing online shopping.
it's like it's so like perfect storm type stuff. Like the timing of it's an election year, like it's the summertime, it's like holidays is coming now. Like we had the 4th of July. It's like little holiday. I mean, the way we got holidays, man-made holidays or what have you, but they like spread out to where like it's just like not a break. Like holiday, everybody out in the more cases. You
yeah,
know, next holiday, so everybody out in more cases. Like it's just, it's like I don't know. We get strung along and it just keep going up and up.
yeah, and that's what I don't understand. It's like, what the fuck are y'all like? We don't have a cure, so why are y'all really like loosening up the reins on certain shit? Like, I feel like honestly, if you're not essential, you shouldn't be out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the curfew should extend until we get a cure for this bitch. I'm not saying lock everybody down and keep everybody on lockdown because niggas will go crazy, but at the same time, you got to kind of restrict like how niggas move a little bit so that we can be safe, or what I'm saying, you
Yeah,
can kind of at least contain it better.
yeah. Um, yeah, and I think people are just like ultimately like so, too entitled or like used to like a certain level of like freedom and stuff to where like they just refuse to do anything other than what they've always been able to do.
hmm
And it's biting us pretty hard. So
Especially if
um
them motherfuckers talking about they got underlying health conditions. Like that don't even make sense. Like what health condition can prevent you from wearing a mask? Like
yeah, require you not to wear the mask.
yeah, and then it's like if you really that sick, then your ass shouldn't even be out. Like you shouldn't, be walking on your own will. Like if you that sick, where you can wear a mask for like 15, 20 minutes while you in the store, then
Yeah,
something wrong. It's just the entitled people. I don't really see black people being going. I mean, I see black people not wearing masks and getting upset, but not using that health, shit. They just don't want to wear them.
and then like the thing that they go into like in our case when they come into our store they coming to get something printed either on a shirt or like some kind of like poster flyer or whatever, so it's not really like essential stuff that you're coming to get. We're not a pharmacy, so
Right,
you coming out with this medical condition with
right.
no mask to do something that you don't even really need to do.
Stupid. That's what I'm saying. Like, man, like I'm telling you, I would just be making people mad at me. Like, no, you can't come in here. I don't care.
Speaking of somebody like so we print stuff there, so we do like one of the things we do is banners, and a dude came in and like he had already ordered a banner that to be made. He was coming in to pick it up, and I wasn't helping him, but I was like where I can hear him, and he was talking to one of my coworkers, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm here to grab that banner," and I was just like, and I was in my mind, I was just like, man, I wish. this could be recorded or something, or like put on the episode. But he's like,
Man.
grab that banner.
Here, grab that banner.
Yeah, might want to grab that banner.
Yeah, I'm here to grab that banner.
Speaking of, I was on Apex last night, but the
I
night
saw you had
before.
sent me an invite last night. I was out.
Oh,
I was
okay,
scouting locations for this video.
okay. Yeah, I got to win with crypto. Got on first game, got to win, and it's like went to sleep, like right out. Just went to sleep, like content.
I feel it.
That was the other night, and then last night we came in second. I was playing as crypto. Starting to like crypto a lot.
Yeah, he is a little. He like got his niches. I would
Yeah,
say.
I got me a new skin on him and everything. He got a little tie dye jacket. It's kind of nice. But anyway, I'm gonna keep us on track and move us on to the next topic. So let me find this article. But in I think a lot of places, a lot of like articles now have posted it.
Mm.
But Forbes, I think, posted that Donald Trump is banning diversity training in government agencies. So the things that you have at some some jobs where like it'll be like explain like what is racism and what is this and that. But I'm gonna bring up the article because it's basically saying that he feels like that training is like divisive and is anti like quote unquote anti-American propaganda. So let me see.
What?
Yeah,
How? I mean, okay. So if that's the case, then America is just anti-America because America was basically it was built off of racism. It was built off
yeah,
of coming in, killing Indians, which you thought were Indians, but they were Native Americans. It
hmm,
wasn't in fucking India. It was built off of bringing people from another country, you know what I'm saying, over here. Like, so what? How, nigga, this shit is un-American. What you doing?
right.
No,
So
it
it's
is American, I should say, because you know what I'm saying. He trying to make it like it ain't no racism, but
So the article headline says Trump bans. This is Forbes. Trump bans diversity training, claiming it's divisive, anti-American propaganda. It says President Trump just made a major announcement that will surely have a huge impact on the diversity, equity, and inclusion industry. Trump is now prohibiting federal agencies from conducting cultural sensitivity trainings because, according to the report, they are quote divisive, anti-American propaganda. End quote. Diversity trainings that focus on educating participants about white privilege, critical race theory, and the racist origins of the United States apparently create quote division and resentment, end quote, amongst federal employees. What is deeply problematic about this new ban is that the U.S. has a habit of avoiding the country's dark and racist past.
mm-hmm.
Evading the issue will not make it go away. It will grow more insidious and resilient as each year passes. In June of 2020, America was finally willing to look in the mirror, acknowledge the past, and start the long process that to make amends in order to move to a point of racial reconciliation and healing. The momentum was building and setting the stage for progress to be made. But with Trump's administration's recent announcement, the racial equality and or that the country has been striving for will be stalled. Below are some reasons why the announcement is a huge mistake, and they go on and describe it. But it's crazy. Like
Man,
it's like they know they messed up and they don't want to acknowledge it. Like
yeah,
not
man, I hate
fully.
people like that. Man. I hate when people like can't look in the mirror. Like they'll tell you about yourself all day, every day. But it's like
Mm-hmm.
when you do this, when you hold that bitch in front of them, they like, the fuck is that? Get that out of here. Like, nah. And just because you get rid of diversity training, don't mean that niggas don't resent. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah,
don't look at white privilege a certain way. Like, it's
yeah.
there. Like, you, what?
Like we calling it out, and they're like, okay, we gotta stop drawing attention to what we messed up at.
Yeah, nah, man. Y'all better accept that shit, get niggas reparations or something to shut niggas up. But that's not gonna shut people up. That's not gonna stop it.
And at this point, it's like I don't even is Donald Trump even trying not to be racist? Like, is he trying to seem like he? Not, it's blatant. Like he trying to. I mean, the other stuff too, like the post office stuff, like trying to slow down the mail. That's
Yeah,
blatant too. But like this is
that's
like
this is more blatant.
I literally don't want y'all to teach people about the history of America, like or like the current state of like white privilege, how white people kind of have an advantage in this country. I don't want y'all to teach people about that. Just like
Right.
kind of stop doing that. Like why? Like you can't end diversity training without it looking super suspicious. Like, why are you doing it?
Yeah. And just
Like,
because you end diversity training don't mean that there's no diversity. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Or like that there's no actions to be taken, you know what I'm saying, when you're approaching or, you know what I'm saying, just interacting with another race. Like we've talked about on this show many of times, you know, the I don't see color bullshit. It's like, how could you not see color? You have to
right,
be blind not to see color. Literally, like
yeah,
your shit just not working. Like I see color even in like somebody's voice, like you can kind of tell whether they white or black.
yeah,
Unless you just got one of them people that just black and they kind of sound a little proper, extra
yeah.
proper.
Uh, um, yeah, and that's actually why I have my background as it is, like just for diversity, because I mean, I don't know, that's a pretty wild story.
That
Like,
is, man.
like I said, it's like pretty much right in our face, type of like it's like that like weird like passive aggressive type, or not passive aggressive but like subtle like racism, like
Hell
you,
yeah.
it ain't
It's
like, f y'all black niggas, and it ain't like that, but it's like little jabs, a little like pricks
uh-huh.
trying to
I
like,
would go and say it is passive aggressive because it's like you passively trying to, you know, pass these laws, you know, but it's really like your intent is aggressive. Like you like, I can't believe they're starting these race wars and fuck them. I'm
yeah,
finna, you know,
yeah,
okay. Like next
yeah,
thing they gonna get rid of is fucking damn, what is that? Affirmative action.
oh
I
yeah,
can think of
yeah.
they next
And
thing they
that,
get rid of that.
and a lot of conservative, like, Republicans and stuff, that's one of their like talking points, is that like affirmative action is like racist, basically, like giving people an advantage because of color. But like, y'all have the advantage because of color, and it's like it's too late to take it back. You already got the advantage. It's already,
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, what they have the ultimate advantage of like color. Like, you've set this like, eh, regardless of to the white people that have nothing to do with it or whatever. That your ancestry set this whole country up for y'all to prosper and everybody else to serve underneath y'all.
that's another thing I think in the letterhead that came out about the ban. It was saying basically that like it's been said before, like, oh, no white person that's living now had slaves or something like that, like trying to like say like that was a long time ago basically.
Right.
But it's like you still have you still are reaping the benefits of it though. Like, you
Yeah.
might not have did it, the actual deed,
But
but
give that
like,
money up. You know what I'm saying? Give that property, get that position up, all that shit. But don't sit here and say like, you know, we ain't have slaves, so we not a part of that bullshit.
yeah, it's like, even if it's like indirectly, you're benefiting of it just because of the color of your skin. Like I said on another episode, like just because you ain't black, you're benefiting from it. Just because you ain't, a minority, whether it's like, Asian or Mexican, like you're benefiting from that automatically, whether you wanted to or not. It's just because of how you look. Like it's the reverse of what black people get. Like, we just because we black, we get like thought of as like a threat or whatever. Just because we black, and just because they're white, they get the opposite. So you benefit from
Bullshit.
it whether you want to acknowledge it or not. It's
Yep.
not it's not and it's not to say that you benefit from it. It's not to accuse you of like being racist yourself, but you have to like, while not, you can say that you're not racist, but you have to also acknowledge that like you still benefit from it because of the way you look. Like, people don't see you the same way they see other people that are minorities and stuff.
Right.
So I mean, I guess it's like, but it's like it's within government agencies that they're banning the diversity training.
Well,
So it's not like all over, but it's within the government, which might be more important than other jobs, like to have there be some kind of acknowledgement of history.
I just feel like people who are openly racist should just get beat up. And then just listen,
Just
just
get
hear me
fought.
out. Yeah, just hear me out. Like, because they're so bold now. It's like, just beat, like, anytime. Like, I don't want to see nobody like record no shit. I want to see them record it, but I want to see them like beat the person up. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? Because then they'll probably start to get like, you know, a clue. Like, well, we can't just go around just, you know, fucking with people. Because I saw a
Yeah.
lady like she was fucking with these Asian people, and she was a Karen for sure. And she just was like telling them like they couldn't walk their little ass dog. Like it was like one of them dogs you just carry. Like
Yeah, like in a little
they was,
bag.
yeah, and the dog was on the leash. They said she said it was illegal for them to do that. It was against the law for them to. And they walked by a sign. It said no horses, no bike riding, no something else, no food or drink or whatever. But it said dogs on the leash, good.
Oh, wasn't it like she was like all up in her face, like by like by a little stair step or something? Was that the same one?
Yeah, yep,
Yeah,
yep. And she told these niggas to go back to their country. And then
yeah.
and then the dude was filming, he was like, I was born here. He was like, my parents were born here. So it's like, what the fuck? Like that's just like the nerve of people, like just because you see something that you don't like or you mad, you feel like you just chastise people. That's why I say she deserved to get her ass beat. They was in there every right. You trying to block somebody?
The irony of like that statement, like go back to your country when y'all took like this wasn't y'all country. Like this is it's still not. Like it never
Still,
was.
yeah, like what? That's what I'm saying. Like that's that entitlement, though. Like that's what slavery did for them. Like
It's like that's like me walking up to a car. Then it's like like I throw you out your car, drive off, and then somebody asks me for a ride, and I'm like, no, get your own car. Like,
yeah,
go get your own car. It's like you stole the one that you in. Why are you telling me this?
yeah. Go back to your car.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So to accuse someone or like to state that somebody benefits from racism, is not to say that they're racist, but it's just kind of like the truth. It's just the facts. So I only say that for like our like white. 'Cause I got white friends. I got a couple
Me
white
too.
friends. Couple white. I'm sure we got white listeners.
Yeah,
Somebody that's listening to us is white, and so it's not to be on some like black white like we
not at
y'all
all.
owe us and not necessarily to be like that. But it's just like I said, acknowledgement. It's just acknowledging of what actually
Yeah,
did happen. Like doing away with all like the false narratives and all these little cover up stories, and
hmm
just talking about what really happened. That I mean
and
that's
what's still happening? Like you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like we still like just like little shit like that. And I feel like people like feel like the Black Lives Matter movement only pertains to police brutality. That's the
Mm,
main focus, but it's not like the shit like the Karens, like how somebody just feel like because they never saw you leave out of their apartment building that you have no, you know what I'm saying, you can't be here or like you don't
yeah.
live here. Like you can't stop me from going to my apartment just because you don't know me. Like what?
Yeah, that's such a
People
stupid reason to be suspicious. Like I've
that
never seen you
is
before. Like as if you should have seen every single person that lives here. Like,
right. Like everybody got different schedules, everybody work different hours. So how the fuck do you feel like you can meet everybody in your building or know everybody in your complex? That's impossible.
right?
Like that's crazy. And it's just so like convenient that the only people that they don't know that they stop is black people.
Yeah.
It's like what nigga? That's
So
why I say they need to get their ass beat, man. Just like
yeah,
it'll stop that.
it's definitely one of the most effective like ways of like getting a message across. It's like to show you we ain't playing. You just run the fade and then
Just run it, yeah.
yeah
And then I ain't gonna beat you while you down. I'm just gonna beat you up, and then you
yeah
fall, and I'm gonna move. I mean, but it's
then
like you can't harass nobody, and they giving you no reason to. Like, and they're just expecting to be like docile. Hell no.
yeah. So I guess we'll see what happens with that ban. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen with this election.
Me
Like
too. I'm making
it
smear campaign shirts for both parties. I
uh,
don't I don't like either or candidates. I don't like Joe Biden and Camelia or whatever how the fuck you say her
Kamala.
name. Yeah, Camelia. And I don't like Pence and fucking or penis and fucking Trump. Like I don't like them niggas. Yeah, I don't like none of them niggas. Like because I feel like at this point in time, we shouldn't even be focusing on politics. We shouldn't even be like
Yeah,
this person or that person, nigga. We need to all come together because we getting fucked up by one single enemy, and that's that virus. Like,
I think Trump was trying to like he just I don't know if he made the statement or whatever, but like to delay the election because of like everything going on. It would on one like he's like on that hand like how you saying it, it makes sense, but he want to do it just because like you feel like the way it's going it ain't gonna turn out good for me.
well, whatever. I mean, you had
It
to.
is what it is, Nick.
You have 4 years. What have you done in this 4 years? But really, just kind of incite racists in a race war. You ain't did shit. MAGA, you know what I'm saying? Make America great again. You got black people getting thrown out of your rallies and getting beat up on the way out. You know what I'm saying? Like what like what? Come on, bro. Because if you was really like against racism and you was really for just people being together as Americans, then you would, as soon as you hear about anything racism attached to your shit, you would shut it down. Like, no, if you're gonna wear a MAGA hat, you cannot be a racist. You cannot hate black people. You can't, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, but no, he just running with it. Whoever I get, I get. I don't care.
So, I guess to stay tuned as we, kind of like keep looking at the developments of that this whole diversity training ban thing, and then the election in general.
Yeah, I feel
Um,
like YG.
what is it? All the niggas in the hood want to fight you.
Right.
Want to fight you.
I like white folks, but I don't like you. All the niggas in the
In the
hood,
hood
what if
want to
I
fight
you?
you. Want to fight you.
What if I?
But I'm gonna keep us moving on topic wise. Well, actually, before we go into the next topic, if y'all want to donate anything to the podcast and keep it going, you can find us on Cash App at $ the Stimulus Podcast on Cash App, all one word,
All one
$
word.
the Stimulus Podcast on Cash App. But moving on, did you watch any of the Brandy versus Monica versus?
Yeah, Faith came over and I watched it with her a little bit.
I probably watched like 20-25 minutes of it. But actually I saw like pretty much the highlights like in that 25 or whatever minutes I watched. Um I saw like I feel like the best the most like talked about part of the verses, which was when Brandy brought up
Getting
that
slapped.
yeah, cuz and I see I didn't know how true that story was, cuz I heard that like about that one performance they had.
I never heard that shit.
I had heard it, but I thought it was just like one of those like rumor type things.
Hmm.
But it turned out to be like actually true that I, they didn't go into detail on the thing, but she was like we had a disagreement, and but Brandy like it was like I don't know, like Brandy seemed like she was being genuine, like
She wasn't.
but you said she wasn't.
No, Brandy got like this weird, like, and even though she looked like my sister a lot, and I love
Yeah.
Brandy's voice, like, so it's weird, but like, I just pick up on like, how like subtle sarcasm, and Brandy has like Brandy kind of weird too, like,
Hmm.
so she sends like little shots, like, and they be kind of like
That's what I was about to say.
underhanded a little bit, like, so I felt like she did bring that shit up to be kind of petty, like,
Yeah, that in the way because it was like Monica was saying you know like back in the day, I was a kick in the door, slap a chick type of person or whatever, and then Brandy was like kind of joking, like kind of jokingly or sarcastically was like, um, I was one of those ones or something like that.
yeah,
Um, and then what's her name? What's Monica was like, girl, like kind of like caught off guard almost. I think by it.
yeah.
And then she was like, "I'm sorry, that wasn't. I was trying to be funny. I'm trying to like be comedic or whatever. That was a bad joke. Like, um, and she's like, I didn't kick down your door. And she's like, and she's like, it was just a bad joke. So yeah, I watched. Brandy did an interview with like Ebro in the morning or whatever, and she was like, they was talking about the verses and stuff, and I do feel like she's so like almost like how Joe Budden be talking about people being media trained.
Yeah.
Because like everything she was saying was like, I really respect her as a legend, and I've always wanted to work with her. As soon as we were both coming up together, and I just really was excited about working with Monica, and it was just great to see her, and I hadn't seen her in eight
All good
years.
shit.
And yeah, and it's just so respectful, such an amazing artist, and such a creative mind, and
But this bitch
uh,
slapped you.
yeah, it's like it's so positive that it don't seem real. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
And that's why I say, yeah, she is like, I feel like kind of ungenuine. I feel like, and then too, in that shit, she kept talking about like this gonna go viral or this, and it's
Yeah,
like, okay, well then, to me, it just kind of seemed like she was trying to do something to make something go viral. I think that's why she made that joke.
I thought that too. I thought that like that potential, like possibly Brandy is like she's seen what Versus has been doing for people, and now she gonna throw this out here and make a moment so
Yep.
that they can like capitalize on it and now because like all their music was like trending and stuff. So like that's money. That's eyes. Getting eyes
Yep.
on you is getting money.
Yep.
But down when it comes to the music though, like with Brandy and Monica, like Brandy is my favorite like '90s voice. Like she got some of my favorite like '90s R&B music.
Yeah, Brandy was the shit. Mm.
Yeah, like now it's mainly her older stuff like Have You Ever, Almost Doesn't Count, I Want to
Mm-hmm.
Be Down,
Mm-hmm.
Baby, Sitting Up in My
Mm-hmm.
Room, like
Mm-hmm.
them old ones.
I'm telling you, man. When I used to hear that shit, I used to be like, I used to look at mom like, yeah, that's my.
Like this you, there,
That's you. Yeah.
go off, go off.
Yeah.
Um,
Baby, baby, baby.
she got a lot of hits, but they're like a lot of older hits. Me personally, I haven't gotten into. I'm not like either one of them. Like they're like recent stuff. I'm not as big of a fan or haven't heard it.
Uh-huh.
I listened to like some of the or some or most of that B7 album that Brandy just recently came out with.
Oh, I ain't hear that.
And it's like it's straight. It's like Brandy got like a real like complex like style. Like her background vocals is always like all over the place doing crazy stuff,
Yeah.
and it's so complicated that it's almost like when something is so like masterful like that, it's like it's not really entertaining. It's
Yeah.
like it's so technical that it's like a master class in whatever it is, but it's not that fun to listen to.
I get it.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's what she landed at with me.
Yeah. I stopped listening to Brandy after Full Moon. Full Moon was fire to me. I like that album.
I hear a lot of people say I gotta like I know I'm sure I've heard like at least a couple songs off of that album that I didn't realize that it was on that album, but
Yeah, even that the Full Moon song, the
the title
title,
song,
yeah, that boy was it was nice. But I like after that, then I kind of stopped listening to Brandy. Like I never was like just huge on Brandy because a lot of Brandy songs are just like slow and sad. Like
mm,
I like the more up tempo ones, like I Want to Be Down. But I
yeah,
mean, I like the other stuff too. I like Baby Baby. That's a little more up tempo. But Have
yeah,
You Ever Loved? I like that one too.
yeah.
Almost Don't Count. But them boys is just like
One of my favorite, the like tender
tear,
R and
yeah,
B.
them tear jerkers, boy. The
My
boy said
favorite
you
is
had a
the
one tear falling, like
just looking out the window.
yeah.
One of my favorites of hers is that
Oh yeah,
sitting up in my room. That's just like a funky beat. Like so like whatever you say over
dun,
that beat
dun,
was gonna
dun,
be hard.
dun,
And they got that
yeah.
real like kind of quintessential '90s sound to that song. Like
Right, it's got that bounce
yeah, that
when they
like
give me.
and they in the video going like this, like
Yeah,
head, everybody head bouncing, everybody heads bouncing,
that's exactly what niggas used to do in the '90s.
the hands up. Like I don't know what the hands is about.
Or they used to do this shit. They used to do that bucket.
Shoulders.
Yeah.
Uh, but see Monica now. Monica, she got some older stuff that I like too. Not as much, but she got like
Nope.
I'm trying to think of some of the old ones. Angel of Mine. That I like Angel of Mine. I like For You I Will. I mean, even though that's like I'm gonna see that as like a movie song. It
Uh,
was. So it seemed extra like cheesy almost because it like came from Space Jam, but it's still a good song.
hmm I know she thought she was gonna kill niggas when she came out with that. Boy, if you
Yeah,
ever.
yeah. Like see,
I
like
thought that
that
was
one. That's where I'm like I could kind of do or
yeah.
do without that song.
I can too. Yeah, she played that first. Like that bitch was just
Yeah,
for the sub.
yeah.
Boy.
You ever left my like I don't really
she
yeah
she sang a little like Marvin Sapp or like in like Trey songs. Like she got like kind of like
that
that
constant
vibrato.
yeah
Yeah.
constant vibrato
Ah,
yeah
ah. It's like one of them people like shaking their heads when they sing.
yeah now and I think Brandy is like, way more controlled
Way
like
more.
to a T like as far as her actual vocal tone and
Yeah,
stuff.
she's definitely the better vocalist by far. She killing Monica on vocals like alone. I feel like sometimes I feel like you said when you do like a lot of stuff like when you if you seem to like kind of overcomplicate or like just overdo, and it's like sometimes simplicity is key, like
Yeah.
like just the simple shit. And I think Monica kind of like maybe won over people's hearts with just the simple shit that she did,
Yeah.
like that. But the only new Monica that hit to me is that what is that shit, so gone.
Oh yeah.
That's the only new Monica
Oh.
that I fuck with. New Monica.
Ba, ba. Yeah. New Monica. Pum, dun, 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 dun,
But
dun, dun, dun,
they
ba,
played another
ba, ba.
song with that same intro on the verses, and I was like, I ain't never heard this shit. I was like, I was like, she just put that tag on everything that was
Yeah.
new around
And
then.
then Brandy was doing a little like the little name drops like, oh, I was just, so thrilled when, Tupac put a reference to me in one of his
Oh
songs.
yeah, she
I'm
was.
like, this is kind of weird to do right before you do a song, like
That's why I say Brandy like on that low key, like she trying to she trying to say that she better than Monica.
flexing.
Yeah, but she ain't gonna just outright say it.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So I didn't, like I said, I didn't watch the entire verses. Like I heard it was like a couple of hours or 2.5 hours or something like that.
Yeah, that shit was
Um.
it was a little lengthy for me. Like I said, I was sitting over here with Faith watching it. She was watching it and like, showing me certain stuff. I was listening to the songs and basically the audio. But I was over here playing the game. Like I mean, I wasn't that pressed I wasn't that
Yeah.
pressed about it, but I definitely did want to hear it. It was one of the ones that I wanted to like listen to other than like Jill Scott and Erica Badu.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't even do our icebreaker, but I mean, hey,
Oh no, we didn't.
we probably can like just start a different because it was always would you rather, so maybe we can come up with like a different icebreaker to do. I was also thinking about doing this. I didn't originally plan for this to be a conversation on the episode, but about seasons, like do like a certain amount of episodes, take a break like for like however long, and then do another season.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That way, it's like we get a break
Right.
and get some time to like come up with new ideas for the next season and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, um,
Shit, I'm with
hey,
it. Let niggas give niggas a chance to even catch up with this shit. I'm with it.
yeah, and I'm gonna keep on like chopping up the what's the names. I gotta get some of the. I think I gotta get a couple more of the episodes on the audio version. Um, I, all of the I believe yeah, all the video episodes are up on YouTube though. So if y'all are audio listeners, those will be episodes will be uploaded pretty soon. All the video stuff though, if you want to just go to YouTube, you can watch everything that we got, and then the clips as well. I'm gonna keep doing those. That way, people can watch those and then get driven. I was just talking to somebody today that's talking about how they saw one of the clips and that made them want to go watch the. It was I think it was the serial one, the serial clip that made them
That
want to go
nigga
watch.
Giuliano.
Yeah,
That nigga put.
say, say they put his hand on it and then pour it. Man, that's such a funny like thing to even think to do.
Man, but that's Giuliano all the way though. That's my nigga. That nigga's unapologetically himself. He like nigga. I put
Yeah,
the
I
my
love it.
that nigga
I
said.
love.
Then I think you asked me. You was like, so you put pour the cereal through your fingers like.
I said, you put your hand on top while you pouring it. um,
Oh
yeah,
man.
that was genuinely like hilarious to me.
Yeah, it was.
And then, like, especially, it got funnier once he started explaining it and it made sense. Like I was already laughing, and then I still got the headphones on, so I'm like leaning over laughing. I can still hear his voice, and he's like, "Yeah, because sometimes you get that overflow." And like I'm like,
I
"Oh, so it
know.
does make sense." And it's but
I know exactly what he was talking about when he was talking about putting his hand over that bitch. Because I used to do it too, like just because you stack that bitch up and put a lot of cereal up
yeah,
in there,
it's
and then
rising up.
yeah, you want to keep everything contained.
Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna keep doing the clips, so y'all can watch that. So you don't always have to watch, an hour and a half. If you don't have that kind of time, you can watch that clip was like a 2 minutes and like 50 seconds or 49 seconds or something like that. So it's
Definitely worth it
quick,
too.
yeah, and that's quick, and you can get some of the highlights that way and stuff like that. I feel like I'm forgetting one of the topics. Let me see something real quick. Oh, the Flint rap cards, Flint. Um, yeah, the rap cards. So here in
Everybody
Flint,
mad at this nigga Jeff.
yeah.
But go ahead and bring it in.
Shout out to Jeff Sky. Him and what Figure the Kid. They put together and they've done it before. I remember I saw him before the Flint Flint rap cards for like the Flint rap scene, different local Flint rappers. They put together these like kind of like 2K type cards with different like categories and then a number to represent like it'll be like flow will be ranked from 0 to 100 or 99 or whatever. And it got a lot of people up in arms or like just upset and feeling
Hella
offended.
niggas. Oh my goodness, it was crazy.
I've seen like a couple of threads or whatever. I haven't seen like all of it, but like I've kind of just been like somewhat paying attention and seeing that like people are like really tripping about about the stuff.
Tripping.
Even though he posted it and said like no like no negative stuff or not in no particular order. So, but people will feel how they gonna feel, I guess.
Regardless, yeah.
But and then he I guess was going not going necessarily going back and forth necessarily, but the dude that made the little like diss track, you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
I went and listened to it. It was is that video was like super corny. Like I could it was like kind
Play
of
that.
cringy.
Play that bitch
It
if you can
was pretty
find it.
cringy. We
I
gonna
didn't
get
see the video. I just heard like I saw Jeff repost like a little snippet of like it, and I was
yeah
just like, man, this nigga's crazy. I mean, like, I feel like people shouldn't take offense to it. I feel like you should just work harder. That nigga is my friend, like, and I'm not on there. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah
it's the fact that like I need to put a little more work in. I know that myself, but like I said, I know if I ain't on the next cards, I know something because I'm grinding like I ain't never did before. And
yeah
but the thing is, you gotta let that shit show. You know what I'm saying? If it's
yeah.
not showing, then how could you be mad at somebody?
Yeah, you can't be like up in arms about like where's my credit when when you ain't if you ain't say you just for example like if you're not being consistent or if you're not what I'm saying actually putting your best foot forward. How can you be surprised when people might not get? You got to give people no chance to not give you credit. Like
Yeah.
automatic like work so hard that you automatically in the conversation. But anyway, I mean play a little bit of this video. He gonna get I guess he gonna get one more view on this video.
One more on
But
this trash.
yeah, here we go. Here.
Then he did the Yonkers.
All right.
Trading cards are hilarious, y'all embarrassing. This ain't a fucking Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! It's time to get back to that real shit we used to know. These fucking bastards is backwards, acting all unusual. Think they're fucking trash and sound better just cause you brought it to the studio? Think not. Yeah, without your fucking green you can't cope. So it's safe to assume at the end of the game you hang your fucking self in that damn rope. It's slippery here up on the grand slope. Stick your head in the sand and show your fans that you a damn joke. You can't spit, but bitch, you can't choke. If you the goat, then I'm Mexico. I'm slicing open your fucking throat.
Like all that stuff is like kind of like cringy to watch him trying to be like kind of cool with this was it a Deadpool hat?
Lifestyle fictitious, you living with nothing factual is. I'm really about to put an end to all this acting shit. If you put them all in the same room, I still wouldn't be able to point out to who the fucking rapper is. Hand me the mic, I'll show him where the action is. Yeah, I grab it from him and start to slapping him. You fucking throwing punchlines, I'm straight attacking shit. I'll get right on top of it, I got it. If you want the smoke, I'm popping.
Okay, so it's kind of corny, man. Like, so like it was the video. If I was only listening to the audio, like he had a couple like nice little like lines, but like watching them do the video is making it like corny. Like,
Man,
you
his
want the smoke?
flow,
I'll pop it.
yeah,
Like,
his flow and everything is just kind of like I don't know.
yeah, like a couple times he's just like he wasn't landing on the beat right. Like, but that dude B
This nigga
Haley.
gave this nigga a card though afterward.
Yeah, I saw they get like it said like
It was trash though.
mid edition. It didn't
Yeah,
instead of limited, and like they made like a holographic one. But yeah, so that dude B Haley was kind of going back and forth with Jeff about it. But then I saw like in a comment, what's his name? Like it was like Jeff and him like directly. He was saying like it's all love or whatever. Like, which I mean I don't know. You saying that, but he like Like you,
I think it's just because he got confronted.
yeah, he's like you live in, you ain't living what you saying. Like saying stuff like that is like super personal. I feel like
Hella person.
to say that was like just the like, oh, it's all love. It's like it's literally not love though. Or like it's not coming from like a love type of place.
Right.
But yeah, so it
That
got a
nigga
little,
started out talking about the you treat cards.
yeah, trading cards are hilarious. Trading cards are hilarious. And then they talking about how he was wearing the Auto World shirt.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he was definitely like, you can hear him like kind of being like mimicking like a Eminem type of flow.
Eminem,
Um,
Tyler, the creator.
yeah,
He was on that fucking beat.
yeah,
And it,
not. I never really listened to that much of Tyler the Creator, but like even when he did that little joke, I mean, it probably wasn't completely a joke. Freestyle with Funk Flex,
oh yeah.
the way he was like, you know, put bananas under the bend the banana, like it's that's how the dude sounded to me. Like he kind of had that
Yeah.
same approach.
Uh-huh.
I never tried to do a Tyler the Creator impression until just now. That like his voice is terrible.
It is.
like
Man,
go get the golf cart. So yeah, that's going on here in Flint. I mean, would you call that a beef? It's not really like it's like a social media type beef though.
yeah, yeah. I mean, my thing is like, I get it, and I get you. You do music, and you want to be, accepted in your city or your area. But it's like honestly, fuck Flint. Like you have to push outside of this bitch anyway. Like Flint is only so small, so it's like only
Hmm.
so much you gonna do. And it's like if you reach the rest of the world, the niggas in Flint ain't got no choice but to acknowledge you.
Right.
That's just my whole mindset, and that's how I'm approaching it. And it's like I love Flint, and I definitely want to be, you know, admired and what I'm saying, just looked at, for being a creative mind here. But it's like my mind is reaching outside this bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's reaching the masses. But
Yeah.
and I think niggas shouldn't feel a way about not getting on the car. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
either way, whatever it is, it's gonna be somebody's opinion. So
Hmm.
you shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't let nobody's opinion sway you one way or another about your art. You should feel the way you feel about your art. You should support other people's art, what I'm saying, if it's that. And if you feel a certain way about it, like just, not prove to them, but prove to yourself that, what I'm saying, I'm getting out here and I'm doing this shit. Like, but to make a whack ass diss track is not the route to go.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you gonna diss somebody, make it hard. Like, I mean, at least, like, so when
He
niggas,
probably felt like it was hard.
man, if I was the nigga recording that shit, I'd have been like, bro, you do not want to talk about niggas rapping skills and rapping, and this shit ain't hitting like that, bro. It ain't.
And then like I went to I looked up the video to like watch it, that same video we just watched, and I saw like I didn't watch none of his other videos, but like I saw like he had been posting stuff like recently. So I mean, it's probably just him trying to be like, like giving them content, like, oh, this is something for me to put a song out about.
Mm-hmm.
And then now like I said, we just gave him another view. So like this people talking about like drawing that much attention to yourself, you can like try to flip it into being relevant.
You can, yeah. You can definitely provide that wave a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To be on the outward ends of it, because I don't think nobody went that far to this nigga on a song, but niggas definitely was, had their little fair share and talking about it and whatnot. I
And
was just like, niggas crazy,
he's
man.
like, without your green, you can't cope.
Yeah, yeah. And that's definitely what that has niggas said in that, in a couple of his songs, as far as, couple with shit with marijuana. So it was like that's just was a direct shot. Like he was just shooting.
Yeah. All right, that's I think that's gonna bring us into our final segment. Before we go there, one more time, I'm gonna just put up our Cash App. If y'all want to donate anything, y'all can go to Cash App at $ the Stimulus Podcast, all one word. That's the Stimulus Podcast, all one word on Cash App. If y'all want to give anything,
Give me $1, man.
right, man. But that's gonna bring us into our last segment. I'm just typing up the banner right quick, but we're gonna do a spelling bee. But this is how I thought to do the spelling bee. I figured we could just like, cause I figured it might just be me and you. So maybe I think we can just come up with words to give the other person. Like, so you come up words to give me, I come up with words to give you, and try to stump the other person on the
Okay.
spelling of it. But like, have it be like reasonable. Have it not be like some crazy thing that we looked up. But like something that's like difficult enough to like, to give a challenge, but not, overly done.
Okay.
So to give us time to
Whew, well, this is gonna be a little difficult. I know words and I know definitions to words, but as far as my spelling, not the greatest speller.
okay,
But
okay.
I know how to use words. I know a lot of words, but a lot of words that I use I don't know how to spell. I'm just gonna be honest. But
Okay.
that's something I need to get better at anyway, though. Because the definition of a word is just one thing.
Yeah. So but to give us time to come up with a couple words to give each other, I'm gonna play your song one more time and let that play, and then that'll be like in the episode, and then we just come out of that with, let's come up with like let's just come up with 5 words each to give the other person.
Okay,
They can be varying degrees of difficulty or whatever, but 5 words, and then we can do like best of what, or whoever get, I don't know. You want to do like a best of, no? Let's
best
do,
3 out of 5. We're gonna have we got 5 words
okay. So yeah, whoever get 3, will be the winner. Okay, yeah, we'll do it like that.
or the most
So
out of 5.
right,
I don't even
yeah.
know if I'm gonna get 3. I'm gonna try.
Hey, I'm pretty decent with it. Like I only been in one like spelling bee in my entire life. I feel like,
I ain't
I
never been in this weather me.
and I remember I got out on the word dodge because the DG
Oh
got me on.
yeah,
I didn't understand it at that age. I was like a kid.
yeah. I'm about to
But
say now I can do that. I can like that's how I spell words. Like I just go through them. Like okay, break them bitches up.
yeah. But I'm gonna play the song and then we can both come up with 5 words real quick. Here we go.
Let me see.
I just wonder, I just wonder, I just wonder, I just wonder. I just want the money. You keep the rest, that's too much stress. I must confess. You better be guarding your neck, cause these niggas pressed over money. That's all they respect, so run up a check, but sleep with a tech. And make sure you coming correct, cause you could get stressed over money. 2 plus 2, yeah, that equals 4, but shit, play by play, well, that equals more. So I'm counting these dividends. They probably figure I never win. Underwear my grinding excellent, and my rhyming and timing so eloquently. Shifting up gears, I can barely see them now. Wake up, fiending for that green I'm clinging to. The idea of change, long as it makes some change. Otherwise, it's the same. That's why I just want the money. You keep the rest, that's too much stress. I must confess. You better be guarding your neck, cause these niggas pressed over money. That's all they respect, so run up a check, but sleep with a tech. And make sure you coming correct, cause you can get stressed over money.
More or less, these niggas more or less. And you gotta strive while you alive. And make no excuses or truces. Only absorb energy that produces.
I just want the money. You keep the rest, that's too much stress. I must confess. You better be guarding your neck, cause these niggas pressed over money. That's all they respect, so run up a check, but sleep with a tech. And make sure you coming correct, cause you could get stressed over money.
All right, you got 5 words.
Let me see. I got 4 of them things.
I got four too. I'm gonna come up with one more word real quick. Let me
Yeah.
see. Uh, okay, I got one more word. I got one.
Hold on, see me like.
So you can hear that like playing when it was playing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Mm,
Okay. I'm ready.
all right.
This last
Uh,
word is stupid. That's why I was chuckling.
all right. So I guess you want to go first. You want me to go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
Um, First word, enamel.
Enamel. Enamel. Enamel.
Yep. Fuck.
Okay.
I just felt like that one was easy. That's why I
I
went
was
that one first.
I was kind of like the el at the end. I was not completely sure about, but I was just like, I'm just go for it. I think that's it. And then okay, so I was good. All right. So your first word. That's what. So series is I don't know. Like nobody's won yet. So your first word. This is easy one. Starting off easy. Calculation.
Okay. CALCULATION.
All right, you got it. Calculation.
Let's go. I had to break that bitch down.
That yeah, I feel like that's a good one. Like it's a simple word, but it's just like one. It's like
It's just long.
it's got some of those like the tions like those things
Oh
sometimes
shit.
can be kind of like I don't know tricky, but
Look
okay.
here.
All right, I'm ready for my next one.
Hold on. Consumers hit me with that power.
Oh, okay.
They said, "Nigga, you talking about the president?
Nigga, cut it off.
Cut it."
Nigga, cut it. Cut it.
Supervisor was looking at the nigga. Was like, "That's him. Cut it.
Yeah, like over his shoulder, looking at the
Yeah,
screen. That's him right there, man. Cut it.
cut it."
All right.
Okay. This one is a little bit harder.
Okay.
Damn. What the fuck?
I'll be watching Word and It's Hard
Well, over to
to
here.
hear. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
I'm ready
Okay.
for it.
Fluctuate.
Fluctuate. Fluctuate. Okay. This is a nice one. I like it. Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's
All right.
simple, but these letters is kind of when I looked at it, I said, "What the fuck?"
Okay. Fluctuate.
Yep.
All right. It was like, yeah, I had to think, I had to like not go into it too fast. Like I had to think about it for a second, but okay. Your next word. This is uh your second word, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Subsidiary.
Subsidiary. Wow. Okay. Sub. Man, I'm just gonna go with how this shit is sounds like. Okay. Sub. Damn. Okay. So I know it's either E or A. SA or SA. So okay. Okay. I'm gonna go with this shit. Okay. SUBSEDARY.
You literally just
The E,
the
it
it
was
was
an
an
A.
I.
A I.
Yeah,
Sub.
subsidiary. Yep.
Okay,
That's everything
subsidiary.
is exactly right other than that one letter. Okay,
Motherfucker.
so you got the first one, I got my first one, then you missed the second one, and then
Yeah,
I'm
you
about
got
to
your.
get my second one, or I
Yeah,
got
no,
my
you
second.
got your second one.
Okay, so I got two, you got one.
Yep.
Okay, all right. I'm ready for my next word.
Hold on, I lost this bit.
Yeah, I'll be watching Word and I'll be like kind of almost like playing along on Word and Tired, like
Me
trying
too,
to
a little bit.
pronounce the stuff. They be killing me with the like they don't be like sticking to their rules on there. Like I feel like they be giving them like extra chances to say, but that's off topic. I guess. I guess.
You want? Okay, you ready for this bit?
Yeah.
Ecclesiastic.
Ecclesiastic,
Yeah.
like, or is it Ecclesiastes like in the Bible?
No, it's ecclesiastic.
Okay.
It's adjective
Ecclesiastic.
pertaining to the Christian church of clergy or
Oh,
clergy.
okay. Okay. This is like okay. This is a form, different form. Okay. Ecclesiastic. I think I got it. ECL. No, this is hold on. ECLESIATIC.
Oh, sorry, you missed two letters. It's
Oh,
ECCLESIASTIC.
so
But
I
you was
missed the
close
extra
though.
S
You missed the extra S
or
and then the extra C, or
extra C for sure.
yeah, and then it was I think you missed that S at the or yeah, it was the S after the E, I believe that you missed.
Okay. Ecclesiastic.
Ziastic, yeah, you.
Okay. Okay. So that's what. Still 2-1.
Yep, 2-1.
All right. Your next word is vitality.
Oh, I've seen this word before.
Yeah.
Vis.
It's
Okay, Vitality.
yep. That's it. So that's tied up 2-2 now.
Let's get it, because I was like, man, this shit has gotten me fucking. I was down bad.
I thought I was gonna get ecclesiastics. All right, what's my next word?
Dungeon, Dungeon Dragon. Rah, rah.
Dungeon. DUNGEON.
Yeah,
Uh,
felt like that one was too easy. I need to go up.
um. So what we can do maybe like if like I got three now, but you get a chance to like almost like in overtime in like football, like you get a
Okay,
chance to score, and if you don't, then it's I won, and if you do, then it's still going.
okay, okay,
All right. So your next word is discriminate.
okay. Discriminate. Okay, DISCRI. Damn. And then that's when it's like, okay, DISCRIMINATE.
Yep, you got it.
It was that meminate.
The
That
minate,
was,
discriminate.
yeah, that minate. That was like, okay, I'm just trying to think of how the bitches was gonna be put together.
Hold on a minute.
Homonymate.
I said, hold on a minute.
Oh, hold on a minute.
I need a minute. All right. What's my next? So that's 3-3. So it's still tied. What's your next word for me?
uh, I want to do this one, but I don't know if it's gonna be just too easy or not. Okay, fuck it. Forfeit.
Okay. Okay. Forfeit. FORFEIT.
Motherfucker, yeah.
That EI like that is one that could like trip
It
somebody up
is. And
though.
I thought maybe you would put like a FORE on the four. You know what I'm saying? Because you could spell four like that too.
Oh yeah, yep, yep.
Well, that's why I was saying I didn't know if it was gonna trick you up, but it was easy enough to just be kind of like,
I've seen that word enough to like to remember like the word receipt too is like another one is like
oh yeah,
if I didn't see that word enough, I feel like I would completely figure out how to like how to spell it.
receipt,
Yeah, receipt.
receipt.
Why is like why is it spelled like that? 'Cause
Yeah,
we say it like there's no p in the
yeah.
yeah receipt.
Receipt. Receipt. That's stupid. That's so stupid.
Okay.
Receipt.
All right. This is the fifth word. So, your fifth word is incendiary.
Oh my god.
I knew this was the like, hardest one I picked. I got it from the like games though, like Apex and stuff, or like
Incendiary.
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 Yeah, like how like when yeah like incendiary ammo on games like that means like when you shoot it like it catches on fire.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I got you. Oh man, I'm
Or
just
think
so.
like incinerator.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. but it's dairy. So I'm gonna
In
say IN. Well, see, I don't know if it's just a C or a SC, like singe, or even if it's a S,
It was incendiary.
incendiary. Okay, I'm gonna go with. Okay, okay, I'm gonna say INSINDIARY, dairy.
You got everything except the sin. Like this sin is CEN.
Fuck, and man, and I honestly, you heard me like
I know.
debating back and forth against that, and I was like,
I
I
know.
was going to say CENDIARY. Fuck,
Yep.
man, I need to just follow my mind, bro.
Yeah.
I do.
That's what it was. Because you got,
Wow.
of course, you got the IN, and then you said, what did you say, SIN,
Yeah, SIN.
and
Just
then
thinking that like it's gonna be sin, but I know I've seen that
incendiary.
word before, but I haven't seen it enough to where that bitch is stuck in my head.
So
You got it.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
there
you
you
was the
go.
first of three anyway. We was just going back and forth to
I don't
some
know
ideas.
how I didn't think about doing spelling bee before. Like that's like a easy game, like for any like amount of people to play too.
It is.
But that's pretty much it. I mean, thank y'all for watching episode 18. I feel like we tightening it up, like tightening up the rhythm of everything. I feel like it's more like we a little bit over an hour right
Yeah.
now. So getting the hang of it and getting more used to it. I feel like we getting a little rhythm going.
I should have asked for the root word.
The root word incend. I don't even know what it is. Incend.
What is the origin, please? May I have the
Yeah,
origin?
it's a
The Latin origin.
Hebrew. Can I get the ancient Greek? But yeah, I guess one last time, if y'all want to donate anything to the podcast, y'all can find us on Cash App at $ the Stimulus Podcast,
The
all
stimulus.
as one word. Just type
All
in
grammatically correct.
$. Yep, all grammatically correct. Type in $ the Stimulus Podcast. I'm about to put it back on the screen. Here it is. On Cash App, if you want to find anything and send anything to us, it's all appreciated, and it's helping us keep going and everything. But with that, you want to plug music and everything?
Oh yeah, single. We've been playing it on here a couple
Mm-hmm.
episodes. It's called Mathematics. It's on all streaming platforms right now. So iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, probably whatever you want, whatever you listen to music on, Google Play, whatever, Amazon Music is on that shit too. Got these "Don't Make America Orange Again" shirts coming soon too. You know what I'm saying?
Let me
Yeah,
see.
don't make America orange again. Don't do it. Don't you do it.
Don't make it orange.
Don't make it orange, man. We just trying to live. We trying to live in a black and white world, but not black and white divided. You feel me? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We want everything lined up in black and white. What it is, what it ain't.
Yeah. So yeah, thank y'all for watching episode 18 of the Stimulus Podcast. We'll be back again next week, as usual, with whatever is going on between this episode and the next Sunday or whatever that we record. So thank y'all for tuning in, and stay tuned, man. Appreciate y'all.